You have been told your body is broken,
that it makes mistakes,
that it needs to be watched, medicated, and controlled just to survive.
Dr. Vic Naumov is here to tell you
That is a lie.
there is an intelligence inside you right now,
Coordinating 100,000 heartbeats, 20,000 breaths, and 1,000,000 silent repairs. And it has never once taken a day off.
You are not
The patient. You are not the problem. You are the medicine.
Welcome to the audiobook edition
Of You Are the Medicine, a new vision of healing from the inside out. Written by Dr. Vic Naumov. Copyright 2025. All rights reserved.
Before we begin,
If this message matters to you, it matters to someone you love too. Hit that like button, drop a comment, and tell us where you're listening from, and share this with 3 people who need to hear it today. And make sure you're subscribed with notifications turned on, that little bell, because this series drops episode by episode, and you won't want to miss a single one. Now, let's begin.
before we go any further,
A quick note. This book is intended for educational purposes only. It presents the author's own opinions based on his knowledge, his clinical experience, and his beliefs. Nothing in this book or this audiobook is meant to cure, prevent, diagnose, or treat any disease or condition. It is not a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always consult a medical doctor or a licensed healthcare provider with any questions about a medical condition or before starting any new healthcare program. Do not disregard professional medical advice and do not delay seeking it because of anything you hear here.
with that said,
Let's step into the truth of who you really are.
in the preface,
Dr. Naumov writes, "We live in a time when health has been packaged, marketed, and sold back to us. Pills, procedures, and promises flood the landscape, yet people are sicker, more fatigued, and more dependent than ever. Something is missing." End quote. Dr. Naumov.
he explains
That this book was born out of more than 25 years of serving families in his chiropractic practice, guided by a lifelong exploration of both science and esoteric wisdom. Through that journey, he developed what he calls the somatic geometry paradigm and the somatogeotechnique, SGT, a revolutionary way of understanding health, adaptability, and human potential.
the truth is simple yet profound.
You are the medicine. End quote. Dr. Naumov.
Within your body, he writes,
Lies the intelligence to heal, to regulate, to adapt. Symptoms are not flaws, they are signals. Structure shapes function, and when your geometry is restored, your life transforms. He calls this book both a vision and an invitation. A vision for a world where health is cultivated from the inside out, and an invitation for you to reclaim your adaptability, your vitality, your sovereignty. To all who carry the light of adaptability, may you never forget, you are the medicine. End quote. Dr. Naumov.
in his author's note,
Dr. Naumov shares that this book was born out of both passion and necessity. For over 25 years, I have walked alongside people of every age, newborns, young families, athletes, professionals, elders, witnessing the challenges and triumphs of the human body and spirit. Time and again, I have seen the same pattern, people searching outside themselves for answers that were already within. End quote. Dr. Naumov. He reflects that we are living in an era when trust in traditional systems of health has fractured. Many feel abandoned, over-medicated, or misunderstood. Yet in that very breakdown, he says, lies an opportunity to remember something essential. The body is not broken by design. It was created with wisdom, resilience, and an innate capacity to adapt, heal, and thrive. He wrote this book, in his words, for this generation, for you, your family, and those who will come after. It is a call to awaken to the truth of your own biology, your own geometry, and your own light. My hope, he writes, is that this book not only informs you, but inspires you to take ownership of your health, reclaim your adaptability, and never forget the power that has been inside you all along. End quote. Dr. Naumov. He closes his note with this wish: that these pages serve as a guide, a reminder, and an invitation to live fully alive. With gratitude and purpose, Dr. Vic Naumov, D.C. Your body is not broken. Dr. Naumov opens the book with this fundamental truth, and he asks you to sit with it before going any further, because everything else builds on this foundation. The medical system, he argues, has spent decades convincing you that your body makes mistakes, that it needs constant supervision and intervention just to function, and that your symptoms are enemies to be destroyed rather than messages to be understood. This belief system, he says, has created a world where people fear their own bodies more than they trust them. Every single day, millions of people wake up believing they are fundamentally flawed biological machines, destined to break down, requiring pharmaceutical maintenance from birth until death. They've been taught that pain means pathology, that symptoms equal sickness, that healing only comes from outside sources. This programming, Dr. Naumov writes, runs so deep that most people cannot even imagine another way of thinking about health. The truth, he argues, stands in direct opposition to everything you've been told. Your body operates as a sophisticated electromagnetic system, designed with the same sacred proportions found throughout nature, equipped with an intelligence so profound it can adapt to nearly any challenge when given the right conditions. You are born with a self-healing, self-regulating system that knows exactly how to repair, regenerate, and thrive. You are the medicine. Modern healthcare, Dr. Naumov argues, operates on a fundamental assumption that has never been proven, and never will be, because it is completely false. That assumption states that the human body is inherently flawed, prone to random breakdowns, incapable of healing without external intervention. Every medical school teaches this premise, he says. Every pharmaceutical company profits from this belief. Every insurance policy is built around this deception. The deception goes deeper than most people realize, he explains, because it doesn't just shape how doctors think about your body. It shapes how you think about your own body. From the moment you're born, the system begins programming you to believe your body cannot be trusted. Checkups, scheduled not to support your health, but to find problems that may not even exist. Preventive medications for conditions you don't have. Screenings for diseases your body may never develop. This, he writes, creates a state of constant anxiety about your own biological functions. Your body becomes something to be monitored, controlled, and medicated, instead of something to be trusted, supported, and optimized. You learn to fear symptoms instead of listening to them. You learn to suppress your body's adaptive responses instead of supporting them. The medical model, Dr. Naumov argues, treats your body like a machine with interchangeable parts that wear out randomly and need chemical maintenance. But that view, he says, completely ignores the electromagnetic nature of your cells, the geometric patterns that govern your structure, and the intelligence that coordinates every function in your body without your conscious control. Your heart beats roughly 100,000 times a day. Your lungs process over 20,000 breaths. Your digestive system breaks down complex foods into usable nutrients. Your immune system identifies and eliminates threats continuously. None of that, he emphasizes, happens because of medical intervention. All of it happens because of the innate intelligence operating through your nervous system. The deception, Dr. Naumov writes, becomes even more insidious when you consider how the medical system responds to your body's natural healing processes. When your body creates inflammation to heal damaged tissue, you're given anti-inflammatory drugs. When your body raises its temperature to kill infection, you're given fever reducers. When your body creates pain to protect an injury and force you to rest, you're given painkillers. Every natural healing response, he argues, is treated as a problem to stop, instead of a process to support. This, he says, creates a cycle of dependency where your body's natural healing mechanisms become suppressed, leading to chronic conditions that require ongoing management. The very interventions meant to help you actually interfere with your ability to heal, creating the need for even more intervention. You become trapped, he writes, in a system that profits from your continued illness, while convincing you that your body is the problem. But the truth, according to Dr. Naumov, is that your body has been healing itself successfully for thousands of years without pharmaceutical intervention. Every cut heals, every broken bone mends, every infection resolves when your body's healing systems are functioning properly. The only real question he poses is this: are you providing the conditions that allow that natural healing to occur? Or are you interfering with it through stress, poor nutrition, structural misalignment, or toxic exposure? Your body does not make mistakes, he writes. Your body makes adaptations. End quote. Dr. Naumov. When you understand that distinction, he explains, everything changes. Symptoms become information, not enemies. Pain becomes a teacher, not a tormentor. Illness becomes an opportunity for deeper healing, not evidence of your body's failure. The medical system, Dr. Naumov argues, has convinced you that health is simply the absence of symptoms. But that definition keeps you focused on what you don't want, instead of what you do want. True health isn't the absence of anything. True health, he says, is the presence of vitality, adaptability, and optimal function. No drug, he writes, can create the complex coordination required for optimal health. No surgery can restore the electromagnetic coherence that governs your cellular function. No external treatment can replace the intelligence that flows through your nervous system when it's free from interference. You must, in his words, reclaim your trust in your body's wisdom and your responsibility for creating the conditions that let that wisdom express itself fully. Your body, Dr. Naumov explains, operates according to principles most people never learn, because those principles challenge the fundamental assumptions of modern medicine. The most important one, he says, your body functions as an electromagnetic system governed by geometric patterns that can be measured, understood, and optimized. This is not mystical thinking, he insists, not wishful speculation. This is measurable science, revealing the true nature of how your body creates and maintains health. Every cell in your body, he writes, acts like a tiny battery, generating electrical fields that communicate with other cells, coordinating the countless functions required for life. These fields follow specific geometric patterns based on the same mathematical relationships found in nature's most efficient designs. Your spine, your nervous system, your organs, even your DNA, all of it expresses these geometric principles in structure and function. Dr. Naumov calls this somatic geometry.
Somatic geometry, he explains,
Reveals that your body isn't randomly assembled. It is precisely designed according to universal principles that govern all living systems. The golden ratio appears in the proportions of your bones, the spiral patterns of your fingerprints, the branching patterns of your blood vessels and nerves. These, he argues, are not coincidences. They are expressions of the organizing intelligence that creates and sustains all life. When your body maintains proper geometric relationships, the electromagnetic fields generated by your cells work in harmony, creating optimal function. Your nervous system transmits information clearly. Your organs coordinate efficiently. Your healing systems respond quickly to any challenge. This state of geometric and electromagnetic coherence is what Dr. Naumov describes as health and vitality. But when those geometric relationships become distorted through physical stress, emotional trauma, chemical toxicity, or other interference, the electromagnetic fields become disrupted, and your body's function becomes compromised. This, he writes, is when symptoms appear, not as signs of failure, but as indicators that your body's systems need to be restored to their optimal pattern. Your spine, he explains, plays a particularly crucial role here. It's not just a stack of bones, it's a sophisticated bio-antenna, transmitting the intelligence of your nervous system throughout your entire body. When your spine maintains proper alignment and movement, that transmission happens clearly and efficiently. When your spine loses proper alignment or becomes restricted in its movement, that transmission becomes distorted, creating interference across your body's entire communication network. Your body begins functioning below its optimal level, and symptoms develop as your body attempts to adapt to those compromised conditions. The intelligence flowing through your nervous system, Dr. Naumov writes, doesn't require your conscious thought or control. It operates automatically, coordinating millions of functions simultaneously with a precision no computer system can match. Your heart knows when to beat faster during exercise and slower at rest. Your digestive system knows which enzymes to produce for different foods. Your immune system knows how to identify and eliminate threats, while leaving healthy tissue untouched. This intelligence, he says, never stops working. It never takes a vacation, and it never makes a mistake in its intent to maintain your health and support your life. The only question, he argues, is whether that intelligence can express itself fully through your body, or whether interference is standing in its way. Most people, Dr. Naumov observes, have never been taught they possess this incredible intelligence, so they look outside themselves for answers to problems that can only be solved from within. They seek treatments that work on their body, rather than treatments that work with their body's own healing systems. They fight disease instead of supporting health. They try to control their body's responses instead of removing the interference that prevents optimal function. When you understand that your body operates as an intelligent electromagnetic system governed by geometric principles, he writes, everything changes. You realize your body isn't a machine that breaks down randomly. It is a sophisticated system, adapting continuously to the conditions you provide. Symptoms aren't your enemies. They are your body's way of communicating exactly what it needs to function optimally. You begin to trust your body's wisdom instead of fearing its response. And that trust, Dr. Naumov argues, changes everything. Because it shifts you from being a passive victim of random health problems to becoming an active participant in creating the conditions that allow your body's intelligence to express itself fully. This, he emphasizes, is not about adding something to your body that it lacks. It's about removing the interference that prevents your body from functioning exactly as it was designed to function. Your body already holds everything it needs to heal and thrive. You simply need to create the conditions that allow that healing to occur. This book, Dr. Naumov explains, is going to guide you through a complete transformation in how you understand your body, your health, and your role in the healing process. You'll learn specific practical steps you can take immediately to support your body's natural healing systems and remove the interference standing in the way of optimal function. Every recommendation in this book, he notes, rests on measurable principles you can verify through your own experience. You'll discover how to assess your body's current geometric and electromagnetic status using simple tests you can perform at home. You'll learn to recognize the early warning signs that your body's systems are becoming compromised and how to address them before they turn into something more serious. Dr. Naumov walks readers through the science of adaptability so you understand exactly how your body responds to different types of stress and how to support those adaptive responses rather than interfering with them. You'll learn why some people recover quickly from illness and injury, while others struggle with chronic problems, and what specific factors determine your body's ability to adapt successfully. Most importantly, he writes, you'll learn practical techniques you can use daily to optimize your body's geometric relationships and support the free flow of intelligence through your nervous system. These techniques, he notes, aren't complex or time-consuming, but they are precise, and they must be done correctly to get the results you're after. He offers step-by-step instruction throughout, so there's no guesswork. The book explores how physical stress, chemical stress, and emotional stress each create specific patterns of interference in your body, and what you can do about each one. Dr. Naumov addresses nutrition, not in the generic sense, but in terms of which foods enhance cellular communication and which ones create interference. He looks at sleep, exercise, and stress management through the lens of your body's electromagnetic coherence. And he explores your environment, your home, your workplace, and the simple changes that can eliminate the interference hiding there. He goes deep into the connection between your emotional state and your physical structure, including techniques for releasing the patterns that create physical tension and interfere with your nervous system. And he shows you how to work with healthcare providers who understand these principles, so you can evaluate any treatment based on one simple question. Does it support your body's natural healing, or does it interfere with it? Throughout this journey, Dr. Naumov reminds you, again and again, of the truth that guides everything in this book. You are not a victim of random health problems. You are not dependent on external treatment for your well-being. You are not broken, and you do not need someone else to fix you. You are a sophisticated electromagnetic being, he writes, with access to an intelligence that knows exactly how to create and maintain optimal health when given the right conditions. End quote. Dr. Naumov. You are the medicine you have been seeking. This book, he promises, will teach you how to access that medicine in your daily life, so you can experience the vitality, the energy, and the well-being that represent your body's natural state. The journey begins with understanding. It continues with application, and it results in the transformation of your health and your life. Every page ahead, Dr. Naumov writes, is designed to move you closer to one realization. Your body is not your enemy. It is your greatest ally in creating the life you want to live. When you learn to trust your body's wisdom and support its natural function, you'll discover that true health isn't something you have to chase. It's something that emerges naturally, when interference is removed and optimal conditions are restored. The time has come, he says, to reclaim your health sovereignty and remember the truth that has been hidden from you for far too long. You are the medicine, and everything you need to heal and thrive already exists within you. That's episode 1 of You Are the Medicine. If what you heard today shifted something in you, do 3 things right now. Hit like, drop a comment, and tell us the one line that hit you hardest. And share this with someone who needs to remember their own power. Subscribe to the channel and turn on that notification bell because episode 2 is coming and we're going deeper into your body's hidden intelligence and how to reclaim it. Until then, remember who you are. You are not broken. You are not a victim. You are the medicine. We'll see you in the next episode.